a Cumulus media station.
Good morning, everyone.
We ready?
Live from the TXU Energy Studio.
The Roula and Ryan Show with producer Eric, Special K, and Sam.
Don't forget, 7:20 this morning, we've got a Roses update with Donna. Fred left her during last week's Roula and Ryan's Roses, so that's at 7:20 this morning. Right now, we want to focus on the teachers. So it's Teachers and Nurses Appreciation Week. We'll get to the nurses probably tomorrow, but right now, let's focus on the teachers.
Yeah, we want to talk to, if a teacher wants to vent about anything. The school year's almost over. Maybe your experience, like Alexa, she wants to talk about her experience being a teacher.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go to Alexa.
Hi.
Hey, good morning. So where you you don't have to say where you teach, but what grade do you teach?
Hi, I'm actually a student teacher in 5th grade.
Okay.
Oh, nice. So how's your experience? Do you want to keep doing this?
It's been so great. So I go to University of Houston, and so I'm doing 5th grade student teaching for this whole semester and until next December. And I've been under Miss Rubio. Shout out to Miss Rubio. I know she's listening right now. But she's definitely made this experience so fun and so worth it. The kids are so great, and I'm really excited for whenever I step into the classroom on my own. I feel like she's giving me so much to learn from.
That is awesome. What's your number one takeaway? What was the big eye-opener for you as far as student teaching?
I think just like the differences between like my college courses, they can only prep you so much. And then stepping into the actual field of how reality kind of is in the classroom. But I think my biggest takeaway has been just going in every day with the kids, being so positive and just bringing that positivity with you every single day and just teaching through that experience.
That is awesome. Thank you for sharing that with us.
So you got after December, then you can start teaching then. So less than a year, you'll be out there, right?
Yeah. Yes. So the rest of this 2024, I'll be student teaching, and then I graduate in December.
That is
Awesome.
such a great thing to do. I remember my ex-wife did that student teaching for, I think, like a full year.
You got to do it.
Every teacher.
So the lines are 713-390-KRBE. If you're a teacher, we want to hear from you. That's 713-390-5723. Airwaves are yours.
Let's talk to
Tasha.
Tasha.
What up, girl?
Hey, Tasha.
You want to talk about your daughter?
I do. I have two. So I have a 25-year-old Veronica Marie who is teaching 7th grade mathematics, and I have Savannah Marie who is on her way to being an RN.
Awesome.
wow.
You got
Both appreciations.
Yes, so excited.
That is
Now,
awesome.
did they both want to be like a nurse or a teacher when they were younger?
Yeah, they did. My daughter actually told me that this past weekend that one of her students pulled her aside and wanted to talk to her outside, and she said, I never had anybody tell me that they're proud like you have told me. So she started to cry, and my daughter said she started to cry. So it was really, I think she loves her job, and she loves what she do, with the students when they tell her that and pull her aside.
That is so heartwarming because, if you think about it, we take those, we remember, think about it. When you're like, say, 40s, you forget so many people in your life that you've met, but you never forget the teachers. You always remember the impact that they make in your life. That is awesome.
Yes,
And
definitely.
you got
yeah.
pretty awesome kids there, especially 7th grade math.
Mm-hmm.
Whew,
That's tough.
that can't be easy.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, she says she has her difficult days with them.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure the good outweighs the bad.
You know.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And if not, you got the summer coming up in about
7th
3
grade
weeks.
math. Do you guys remember that was a tough time?
I think
That's
any
when I
grade
was having a
math.
hard
7th
time.
grade math is now what we had in 3rd grade. Let's be honest.
What? Are you kidding me?
7th grade
Like the
math
7th
is
grade
what we
math that they're
did.
learning now, they learned it now in 3rd grade. We
Yeah,
learned it in
that's what I
7th
meant.
grade,
It's
is
the
what
other
I'm
way
saying.
around. Yeah.
Like the 7th grade math we had, my kids did 2nd and 3rd grade.
Stuff that
It's a
I
joke
did
what
as
we
a
learned back
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, as I did as a senior in high school is now like 7th grade math.
That's what's weird how they slam this generations and stuff. I'm like, they're learning a lot of stuff. Like I had so many friends that got to UT in the 80s and 90s, and they're like, I couldn't even get in.
Now it's like as hard to get into as
Yeah,
Harvard.
'cause don't you have to be like the top 5% or not 8% or something?
Yeah,
Something.
I believe
school.
so. Yeah, top 10% doesn't mean anything anymore to try and get into UT.
Or
it's
A&M,
like,
right?
Yeah, it's like a really tough university to get into.
We have more callers, so let's go to Natalie. Good morning, Natalie. You're on the Roula and Ryan show.
Yes.
Hey, Natalie, you're on with us right now. So what grade do you teach?
I'm not a teacher,
Oh, no.
but if you want me to be, I can.
Oh, okay.
Yes, whatever you'd
sounds-
like to do.
that
This is your world.
That sounds odd. Well, then put it on hold because it is appreciation, and I got
We're
to
doing
teacher appreciation.
get David on then, line 5.
Okay.
No, I'm calling for the Taylor Swift tickets.
All right, David. Hello. It's the Roula and Ryan show.
Hey, good morning, you guys. Love you. Been
morning.
listening to you since '07, so for a long
thank you.
time.
Nice.
So
Hey, David, so what grade are you teaching?
I'm not in the classroom anymore. I'm a science instructional specialist in Cypher ISD, and I want to give a shout out to all the amazing teachers at Francone Elementary and to our librarians who we love, and they're amazing. But we have the best teachers at Francone, gotta say.
And didn't they just decide that they were going to cut the number of? Well, I know they did. It did the story last week in the news how they're cutting the librarian staff in half. It's like, man, we got to.
There were some major changes made, unfortunately. All of us are feeling the impact. Our close colleagues, our work families are being impacted.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want everyone to do their best to uplift our teachers because they work so hard.
Yes, they do.
And I feel like this year's been the toughest in the city of Houston.
Oh yeah, with the state takeover of HISD.
I just feel bad for everybody. It feels like you got everyone coming at you.
Oh, you do. Last week, remember the teachers union HISD? They all got together and they universally want this Mike Miles out of there.
Hey, Katie, you wanted to do a PSA?
Katie,
Hi.
Morning.
Hey, guys.
Happy Monday.
Good morning.
good morning. You want to give us a little public service?
I do because I am a transition specialist in a school district. And what we do is I was a special education teacher for 22 years.
That's awesome.
And I was in life skills. And these are individuals that will most likely need government support when they get to be adults.
Mm-hmm.
The problem in the state of Texas is it's a 15-year wait list.
What?
Wow.
So a lot of families don't know that if their child has a disability, they could access government funds for when they are adults and to receive adult services, help with adult housing, help with resources and job placement. But if we're not getting their name on the list, and that's why I want to share with all the teachers, hi teachers, I love y'all. We need to make sure that we're talking to families to share about the Medicaid waiver list and get their name, their students' names, if they have a disability, especially intellectual disability. They can receive a great amount of funding. I'm talking about $115,000 a year is allotted for services for individuals with disabilities, and families just don't know. And it starts with the teachers. Teachers share with the families, hey, have you guys signed up for the Medicaid waiver list? It only takes a few minutes, and then you have to wait 15 years, but then your adult child will receive all their services to help them live a full and rich and wonderful life.
That is like a total
So if
godsend.
they're 5 years old right now, you need to do that.
You've got a child with
Exactly.
special needs, and they're young right now. We're talking like what Eric just said, 5 years old. What is the name of this list they should get on?
It's called the Medicaid waiver list.
Medicaid
And
waiver
they
list.
call, and Harris Center manages those lists, and that's the big government organization that supports individuals and families with disabilities.
They
So
are amazing. I was at Harris Center this past week. harriscenter.org. Go there. They do so much for the Houston community. So thank you for sharing that. That was an amazing
That can help
thing.
somebody out. That's
Had
great.
No idea.
We're going to give one more before we give you guys the listener line. Marissa, you're on with the Roula and Ryan show. Good morning.
Good morning. Hi.
Hi.
I just wanted to say, please don't forget about the daycare teachers.
Yes,
Everybody
girl.
thinks they are
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
they're glorified babysitters. I teach 3 and 4-year-olds. My job is to have them ready when they go to school, sometimes for preschool, sometimes for kindergarten. And I make sure that they know everything that they need to know when they get to school.
What do they need to know by the time they go to kindergarten?
They need to know their ABCs. They need to recognize them. They need to know what sound they make. They need to recognize numbers. In some cases, we have dual language programs. They need to know some Spanish. They need to know their shapes. They need to know some basic math.
Tying their shoes. How about tying their shoes?
Cursive.
Yeah,
And
I
no one
do
knows
work-
cursive anymore.
That's
That is
amazing,
awesome.
Marissa. Thank you for that. I know
Or you can just buy some ons. You don't need to tie your shoes.
Oh, Eric, I swear sometimes
That's
I think
my
you
world
have
right
stock
now
in that
is
company.
I
daycare
hate tying
teachers and oh my
Slip-on
gosh,
shoes.
what they
And you know
deal
what?
with. Woo!
Kevin, it's hilarious because my daughters, they had to do this camp thing. I had to write a letter, and I only really know how to write in cursive. And so I wrote it, then I typed it out, and I put both in the letter because they're like,
What's
this?
They can't write. They can't read cursive.
She's like, what is this? They couldn't. I'm a bad hand. I have a bad. My handwriting.
So
You have
they
like
cannot read your
the doctor
cursive.
but
signature.
yeah, but still, I tried to write nice, and they're like, I don't know what that says,
There
Dad.
could have been a pharmacist.
I'm not sure if I could write a whole paragraph in cursive anymore.
No, you're kidding me.
Really?
I don't know if I could remember.
Most of it's typing.
I'll teach you how to do it.
We don't write
Because,
letters anymore. We're
you
not in
know,
a war.
The
Got you.
capital S's and F's and G's. And
Yeah.
there's some weird ones.
But it
The
really
Z,
has.
that giant Z.
that Z thing.
Yeah. It's kind of
Doesn't
gone the
look like
way
a
of
Z.
like calligraphy, you know?
Yeah, true. Sure.
You can leave your comments on the listener line, 713-278-VENT. Thank you, teachers. Coming up next.
Don't
it's-
forget, because I just get some text about the nurses. We didn't forget about you. We were talking about you earlier. We're going to do talk with you guys tomorrow to appreciate all the nurses out there because there's so many great ones.
Yep, we appreciate you too.
We didn't forget you. Don't worry.
Okay. Coming up next, we're going to check in with Donna. It's a Roula and Ryan's Roses update last Thursday on Roses. Unfortunately, Fred just said, hey, I want the marriage over with. So
Sad.
we'll give you a little recap in case you forgot, and we'll check in with Donna for an update next on 104.1 KRBE.
Now, time for a Roula and Ryan's Roses update.
We're going to do this on the air.
104.1 KRBE.
All right, parental discretion is advised last Thursday. I think we were all kind of like a little down in the dumps because it was really sad.
Yeah,
I mean,
17 years.
17 years Donna and Fred were married. They've got 2 daughters. One of the oldest one is in cheer camp, and they're at a practice, and she notices a door ding in her husband's car, red paint, and they got a white car, or is it the other way around? And then her friend Marjorie had a matching door ding with their color paint on her car. And then she told us about how he stopped sleeping in their bedroom 6 months ago, claimed that Marjorie all of a sudden has... Or not Marjorie, that Donna has all of a sudden developed snore problems.
Yeah. It's like
And remember, she
gaslighting.
thought she would do a little experiment, so she said, oh, please come back to the bedroom. And then she stayed up on purpose and faked being asleep. And she saw
She's
him.
like, I was not snoring.
No, she was wide awake, and she gets, she sees him get up with the phone and go to the other bedroom, and in the morning he lied and said, you were snoring so bad.
Because he doesn't want to cheat on the girl he's cheating on her with.
I think that's the case. So when Roula went ahead and offered Fred the roses, this is who they went to.
Send them to Marjorie. You are the love of my life.
The love of your life? Are you kidding me right now?
What?
What is right? What am I supposed to say to this? You got to be kidding me. You and Marjorie? I knew something was up. I knew it. I felt it for the longest time, but I could not believe that you would be bold enough to send her flowers. Like, what have I done or not done? What is going on?
Don, I'm so sorry. I've been meaning to have this talk with you, but I didn't expect to have it on the radio.
You've been meaning to?
I mean, it's true. Yeah, I've been getting closer with Marjorie. Don and I just haven't been working out for a long time. It's just coming to a close, and the marriage.
I don't think Donna feels that way.
Why didn't you tell her then? If it's coming to a close, why wouldn't you man up and tell her instead of keep this affair going?
I just can't believe that you're saying it's coming to a close. In whose world? I'm literally being the best wife I know how to be. I'm going to the gym. I dress nicer. I always smell good. I'm doing everything in my power to be a great wife. And Mom, and now you're telling me it's coming to a close?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Donna.
Fred, do you want out of this marriage?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, my God.
Oh, gosh. I mean, Fred, when were you going to tell her this?
I was coming up with a plan.
What are you going to tell your kids, Fred?
I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet. I definitely still want to be in their lives, of course, forever, as long as I can. And
Donna, what are you going to tell the kids?
This is surreal. I have no idea what I'm going to tell my children. Are you kidding me? I've known this man and loved this man since I was 17 years old. I have absolutely no idea how to move forward. This is complete. I mean, I just hoped it wasn't true. I thought maybe I was overthinking it and leading too much. I don't know what I thought, but I just know that I've been doing my best to keep this together. To hear something like this, especially how callous you're being. Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you, though? You don't sound sorry at all.
I think he's relieved.
Exactly. Like, thank God this is out of the bag so I can just go with Marjorie and be done with this. I want the kids in my life. What the
Yeah, how is Marjorie facing Donna every day in front of you, Fred? Like, oh, I have to talk to Marjorie today. I mean, to Donna today.
They're playing you for a fool, Donna.
Thank you for reminding me of that.
I want to know what happened with the car. Donna told us that your car had the paint of Marjorie's car on it, and Marjorie's car had the paint of your car on it. What the heck happened there?
I mean, that's how this all kind of started. We got in a little fender bender in the parking lot. I was picking up my girls, and we just sort of got talking, and, before you knew it, there was something between us.
Dude, you're forthcoming, I'll say that much.
He's pathetic is what he is.
And Fred, this is not over. Just because we end this phone call doesn't mean, wow, I'm so glad Donna knows. I'm going to go over here and just not talk to Donna the rest of the day. You have to man up and really have an adult conversation with the woman who's loved you since she was 17.
I was planning on it, but this kind of, pushed things forward pretty quickly. So
why don't we let Fred go? And Donna, I mean, you got to make some phone calls.
Yeah, guess it too.
You have a lot of sympathy coming through on the text message. People really, their hearts are hurting for you because, yes, you're right. You said you don't even know how to move on. You don't have to figure that out yet. I'm so sorry.
Oh, wow.
So am I.
Yeah, that was just, oof. We were all really upset about that. But Donna's on the line with us right now, and she's going to give us a little update.
Yeah. Good morning, Donna.
Good morning, guys. How are you feeling?
Well, we feel fine, but we're really worried about you. I mean, how are you doing right now, Donna?
I've really just decided to dig deep and find it within myself to be the best version of myself. There's no way I'm going to let some man, regardless of how much in love I thought I was with him or honestly am with him, to deter me or derail me from being a good person, being a good mom, and just going on to live a better life. I've reached out to a therapist. So obviously we couldn't have marital therapy, but I can work on me, and that's where I am with it right now. I started taking...
I am so glad to hear that. There was something that you did in the middle of that really kind of upset me when you said, look, I've been working out, I've been doing all this stuff to try and look good for you. And it's like, that made me feel sad that you had to feel that way.
Well, that's often the time I'm learning, the research that I've been doing as of late, that's exactly how women feel. I mean, and I think that we isolate ourselves and we tend to think that it's our problem alone. But Beyonce wrote a whole album about it. I mean, everyone, unfortunately, cheating is it's very mainstream, and these guys just get away scot-free. So we've decided to live together but separately. He's already in a different bedroom.
Whoa. And how was he after the call? Was he remorseful?
Absolutely, but those are crocodile tears. Are you kidding me? I didn't believe a word of it. It was very, I love you, but I'm not in love with you anymore. You're a beautiful woman. I think I'm having a midlife crisis, but I really, really love Marjorie.
How are you going to move on? What if Marjorie just shows up? She's there.
No. Let's not get crazy. No one's coming over. There's definitely rules that we've set up, and that's one of them. That's a major rule. And we're going to have a talk with the kids soon.
Well, if you're going to get divorced, I mean, first of all, they do the TRO, the temporary restraining order. You cannot bring...
I'll say TRO. I thought that was a Toyota 4Runner.
No, it's a temporary restraining order.
Oh.
So you're not allowed to bring other
Sam, how
people
Ryan knows
around.
that one.
Yeah.
I do know that one. So, I mean, I wasn't going to bring anybody around my child. I didn't bring anybody around my daughter for about a year and a half after the divorce.
Hey, you should wait a while.
You should wait, but they have that temporary restraining order.
Absolutely, and that makes sense. That makes absolute sense.
You're going to run into her like cheer practice, cheer competition.
Probably. Listen, not only am I going to ignore her because... And I'm saying this now. Who knows? You know what I mean? I might see her and just not be this calm, cool, collected, zen person that I'm trying to become, and just completely haul off and smack the out of her. Who knows?
I don't know. She'll do that.
I mean, I'm hoping that I can keep this together. But the ultimate plan is just to move away. I don't want to stay here anymore. There's just way too many memories. Everybody's going to be whispering, and I'm over it. I don't have time for this. It's bad enough to be.
So are you moving away?
Yeah, to what? Another city?
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't move away
unless he gives permission.
Unless he gives permission.
But here's what you do. You get everything you want now when he feels guilty. A lot of men do that.
Yeah.
Just to get it over with, they'll give you everything.
Right.
Get it while you can, because if you wait...
Then he might change his mind.
All I know is I don't care about his guilt. I don't care about any of his feelings at this point. I just know I have to do what's best for me and the girls, and that's what I plan to do. Again, if something goes crazy and I end up putting pee in his mouthwash, then so be it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Yeah, but right now I'm on my Zen path. So let's hope that I can rise above all of this. That's what I'm planning to do. I'm really just trying to show my daughters what it looks like to be a mature adult.
Do your children know this happened, by the way?
Not yet. No, we haven't had that talk just yet.
Sounds like you got a plan. You got an idea where you're going.
Yeah, just stick with it. Go with it.
Thank you so much for checking in with us and have a great day, okay?
Thank you so much. Bye.
Okay,
Bye.
Donna, bye-bye.
Lots of people texting.
Wow.
I'm so proud of her. So inspirational.
Yeah.
Give her an air hug from everyone.
She got so much done in such a short amount of
Her
time,
strength.
too.
Some people,
You're on a mission.
yeah, it's like fight or flight type feeling. Like either stay strong or you just fold.
Yeah.
She's staying strong.
Yeah, she really is. Well, she has no alternative because she's got 2 kids she's got to worry about. And I think the oldest is 10 years old. So
And that's the hard part because you can't tell them the real reason.
you can't. You're doing your
Ooh,
children
yeah,
a
no,
disservice
no.
by doing that.
Every parent says they want to, they can't, and then when they get older, they're like, why even bring it back up? You know, by the time they're 18, you're like, do you really want to? They'll figure it out
I think it's
someday.
best for the kids in the moment that they have 2 parents that they can look up to, love, and respect. And
Yeah.
if you trash one of those parents,
Because one of their heroes.
Yeah. You're only going to hurt your own kid by doing so. And when you're in the moment and you've been cheated on, you're just so unbelievably hurt. And it's very easy to go out and just like badmouth that other parent in front of the kids. But you're doing your kids a disservice. I'm telling you. You can leave your comments on the list line, 713-278-VENT. Coming up next, I mean, the one thing I did miss on Netflix this weekend, I didn't even know it was happening, was the Tom Brady roast.
It was live last night. It was like 3 hours long. We scoured it, and we could only play like 3 minutes of it because the rest was all really dirty.
It was
was
so
really dirty.
not safe for work.
Now we have some stuff that we can play.
And we have an amazing giveaway
Yeah.
for the mama in your life. A dinner for mom and a facial from Sugarland Med Spa. We're going to give that away to you next in Celebrity Scoop on the Roula and Ryan Show on 104.1 KRBE.
All right, Roula, we'll be back tomorrow. Special K, you got a birthday shout out?
Happy 9th birthday to Noah!
Noah, Sam, do your duty.
Hey, happy birthday, Noah!
Do it, Kevin, in one of your voices.
I'd like to wish you a happy 9th year of your life. You're just getting started, young man. But one thing you gotta remember, don't take no wooden nickels. That's my pop-up used to always tell me.
Don't take
any wooden nickels.
I don't take nickels.
I didn't know that was
period.
a thing.
If you go back in history, that was actually a legitimate currency.
Really?
Before they had coins, they had wooden nickels.
What?
Yeah. That's where those old
Because Papa
timers would
was
say
right.
that. Yeah. All
through
right,
it, I
so
guess.
Sam, you've got this fantastic Mother's Day package to give away. Let's make it caller 15. You want to describe what it is?
Yes, be caller 15 to 713-390-5723 to win a dinner for mom and a facial from Sugarland Med Spa.
What number?
Caller 15.
713-390-5723. Caller 15.
Nice.
All right. So you guys, there's so much stuff on Netflix. I missed this one. It was a live event last night.
I got to thank TikTok last night. I watched that movie Sam told me to watch.
Yeah, the idea.
I can never remember the name of it.
I know.
Worst name ever.
Right? Hold on.
It's got Anne Hathaway and some British guy. And he's
Okay.
in like a One Direction
Yeah, the
type
idea of
band.
you.
And it was
The idea of you.
my wife and I actually we enjoyed it.
It was so cute.
I thought it'd be a paint by numbers, and it kind of is, but it's
It definitely is. It's definitely a rom-com.
yeah, but it's
Chick,
good.
Chick movie.
Yeah, you
Chick
start
flick,
thinking, oh, this is
sorry.
like this is about Harry Styles.
So if you're like, just
Does
with
it give you a
your
vibe?
significant other, this is a great date.
So I watched that.
movie.
It's finished.
It's super easy to watch. It's cute.
So I watched a little TikTok, and all of a sudden somebody had a live. They were recording, or they were putting their phone up to the Netflix special.
Mm-hmm.
I go,
So we
what's
could watch
this? I go,
this,
oh
yeah.
yeah, I forgot Tom Brady. And I got to the end of it, so I had to rewind it. But it's 3 hours long.
Oh, wow.
So that's why I was like, I had to quit at like 11:30. I'm like, I got to stop.
Now,
I
y'all
gotta-
played a few clips for me off the air that were so offensive. I mean, they
can't play those.
No.
I mean, if you're easily offended and you want to watch this on Netflix, don't.
We'll play
Because
a
they
few
go
here.
after everybody.
But the first one I want to play is Jeffrey Ross, which this guy is the roast master general, they call him. He's in every roast. He's the new Don Rickles. If you know who Don Rickles was, he was the one that would always roast people. He roasted a bunch of radio people. That's the first time I met him in L.A. back in like 2007. We were at an event.
I remember that.
And he was roasting everybody. It was so funny.
He's unmerciless.
But things you in this joke, this is at the end of his roast to Tom, his part.
Yeah.
don't forget, Tom Brady was in that commercial for the Super Bowl. Remember, for Dunkin'?
Mhm.
The Dun Kings.
With Ben and Matt Damon.
Yep.
So just remember that because that's one of the punchlines here. Here's what he said.
Tom, I really wanted you to be our first goat to be roasted because you're an example to future generations that if you work hard, eat right, film the other team's practices, deflate the balls, and have the NFL make new rules just for you, then you too can be the third most famous guy in a Dunkin' Donuts commercial. USA! USA! USA!
That's all the clean stuff that
Yeah.
we could play for
That's
him.
where the clean stuff ends?
They were nailing him with his ex-wife and her affair with the jiu-jitsu guy. And I don't know if it was an affair or they just got together, but lots of jokes
What did
about
he say?
that.
Something about you? He took your wife and...
Yeah, that was you introduced those two together, and then he took her. And not only did he take her, he could beat the hell out of you. He could beat you up and all this stuff. And they were just killing him. But there's a bunch of clips we could play. Kim Kardashian showed up. Ron Burgundy showed up. His former coach, Bill Belichick, showed up. Because there's always that thing about...
They didn't like each other.
Did they butt heads a lot? Who is the, was it Tom that got him the rings or was it Bill?
Yeah, I have that
Brain.
audio.
So-
That's really good.
And now, for the real reason y'all here, Coach Bill Belichick. I've been out of the game for a minute, so I'm curious. How many Super Bowl rings have you won since I left? Maybe it's not just the guy on the sideline. When I go to the Indy 500, I don't ask the winning driver, hey, who gassed up your car?
Oh my gosh, yeah. That was intense. Intense. Did you listen to the Anchorman with Ron?
Yeah, Ron Burgundy.
You listened to it?
Yeah, he...
Is it safe to play? That one's not safe?
you can probably play it.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's some things in there.
Okay.
We'll find
Because
out.
I haven't listened to this
Well,
one.
it's all
Then we
discretion.
can
Listen to it.
Let's see. You always got your dump
Underneath
button.
that dead robot of a quarterback, there's a scared little boy. How do I know this? You don't see Eli Manning here tonight, do you? No.
Because Eli beat him in the Super Bowl.
That's because he's afraid of Eli Manning. Eli Manning made Tom Brady his bitch. He made him his bitch. Okay. I'd like to hear everyone in the audience say that with me. On the count of three, we're all going to say, Eli Manning made Tom Brady his bitch. 1, 2, 3. Eli Manning made Tom Brady his bitch.
A lot of Boston fans there.
Oh, my God.
That was terrible. Let's do it again.
Oh, no. That was terrible. Let's do it again.
It's a lot of fun if you want to watch. It's on Netflix. It's like 3 hours long. Kevin Hart was the host,
Yeah.
and then Kim Kardashian was there. She got booed.
That was rough.
That was so
But
rough.
she-
I don't know why they roasted her when it's not even her roast.
Well, that's how it goes.
Yeah, you
The
roast
roast is you stand up and you make fun of everybody there, and then
Yeah.
you attack the main person.
I feel like they really should have backed off her.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm with you,
Yes.
Sam. That's my girl.
Yeah,
I like
absolutely.
Kim K.
Oh, my God. She knew what she was getting
Taylor
in
Swift
for.
would not say
She
that.
was wiping her tears with her $100 bill.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
I know, but like theirs was really vicious. Very vicious is what I
Eyes are
think.
rolling.
Also, real quick,
supposed to be.
at 11:15, because we are celebrating moms this whole entire week, we did the giveaway, a dinner for mom and a facial from Sugarland Med Spa. Ahmad, who won that?
Cameron won it for his wife, so he's going to surprise her with
I
that.
have another chance at 11:15. So if you want this for your mom, make sure you're hanging out with me at 11:15.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Roula and Ryan Show on KRBE with what's going down in
Hope
H-Town.
Cameron wasn't listening. There goes your surprise.
Oh, crap. Great.
There's a bunch of Camerons on.
I'm sorry,
There's a bunch
in
of
case you
different
weren't
cameras.
calling.
Nobody said that. I'm
Trying
like,
to get that.
Well, she's at work. It's okay. It's okay.
we don't know the husband's name. Was that the husband's name?
That's the husband's name, yes.
Anyone out there have a husband named Cameron?
Stop
You never know.
it! Stop! You're adding fuel to the fire.
You might be excited Sunday. You might not.
You might not
Oh
be.
my
I
god!
want to talk about a great organization. It's called Bo's Place. And I was at this amazing fundraiser this weekend for Bo's Place. And check out I put some pics on at Radio Ryan Chase on Instagram. But when you've suffered a loss, when somebody passes away, it creates a gap and something is missing in your life. And Bo's Place exists to help the people grieving. And it really does help people who've lost somebody find the support that they need. Go to bosesplace.org today. That is like where you can reach out to them. But it's such a great organization.
You know,
It's
the
named-
families that like they lose their wife or a husband, and their kids take their kids there with them.
They'll help anybody. Bose Place is named in memory of Lawrence Bosworth Newhouse, who had passed away of liver cancer in 1985 when he was just 12 years old. But his memory has carried on all these decades. And if you have lost somebody in your life, please check out bosesplace.org. Maybe you know a family member that's struggling with that loss. It's just such a wonderful organization.
It's always nice to talk to somebody. It's funny that
you have to.
Like, I don't go to church very much, but the two memories I really have is after my parents both died, talking to our minister about them. It felt so good to talk about them to somebody, and it's always great to talk to somebody.
Absolutely. Okay, so Walmart is doing something today. They're starting right here in Houston. Drone service. Customers within a mile of your store can place orders through droneupdelivery.com. And it starts at 8 in the morning through 8 p.m. Drones can deliver more than 10,000 eligible Walmart items up to 10 pounds.
Weights.
It's up to 10 pounds. It's up to 10 pounds, okay?
That
includes fragile items like eggs.
But that also means that Walmart has trained drone pilots, right? So that's now a job
No, I
of
think
Walmart.
it just tells you the address and it goes from
the drone. Just
it's like
goes.
that little robot.
It just
You
goes
see
on
the
its
street,
own.
It goes on its own.
That's
it knows.
interesting.
So no one is watching where it's going.
Someone's gonna get a big net and just
Or a
catch
bird.
it.
Have you seen the birds that they train to take these
Eric,
down?
will you tell me about somebody who's
There's
training?
Sweden or Switzerland, somewhere in Europe or somewhere they trained eagles to attack the drones. Like,
Oh my
I'm sure we
God.
have that here.
Oh,
So if
yeah.
there's any drones around the eagles.
Seagulls and crows.
Hey,
Yes,
over here.
that's what we
There goes
have.
my-
Mosquitoes.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I can take it down.
Our mosquitoes could take that drone down. No
All right,
problem.
coming up next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
We're going to talk about Sam's adventure.
Yay!
This weekend.
My
She finally got to
photo shoot.
meet that Highland cow.
Penny. Her name was Penny.
The emo horse.
No, it's a
cow.
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 You said
Horse.
emo
Why am I thinking
horse?
horse?
It's a cow. And her name
I was like,
is
that's a really fat horse.
Her name is Penny. I'm going to give you all the details.
You drove an hour and a half.
It was
to pet a cow.
totally worth it. It's called Cuddle a Cow. So I got to cuddle it, guys.
Different strokes.
Did it
for
smell
different
good?
folks.
Hot. It smelled like a straight cow, and it was hot.
No perfume, nothing?
No, they did
They don't
not
perfume
her.
cows.
No,
But
we'll hear about the
it was
whole
glorious.
experience.
That's coming up next on the Roula and Ryan Show.